story about a young woman named Medusa. They say gray clouds darken, sad skies the night the cold got its name. See, out of darkness, a seed grew a vicious vine. It's amazing what hell can create in 9 months' time, so they began to understand the devil makes promises only the night can keep. Womb corrupted in its sleep, so mama delivered what the night had saved because the thorns were too sharp to keep. They saw it was a baby girl, and they began to weep. So this is what wants can make. When bruises apologize, this is what it creates. She was born red, the color of hate. They named her Medusa. Actress on the stage, corrupted by love long gone. Moles settled in, but daddy never did. So now loneliness, not family portraits, accompanied on the wall. Mama dressed her in velvet and lace, but never looked her in her face, seemed to turn her heart to stone. And if she never looked her in her eyes, she wouldn't remember that a man wasn't coming home. She grew. Hair grew long and red. Anger boiling deep. It was like amber flames were ignited by her mind, lava raging to her shoulders, cooled by the moons that passed as she gained in age. Expressionless face gave a blank page. Eyes dark as ink, you could read your vanity. Left frozen in insecurity, they named her Medusa. Product of a father who didn't love her, nurtured in uncertainty like it was the angel of death who hugged her. Her mother did not know the contours of her face, but knew who she was shaping up to be. An actress, longing for a role written for her, not this existence written in pain. In the shackles of dysfunction to which she was chained, she grew, both in intuition and in frame. Boys recognized the same and came to know her body long before they knew her name. They told her lies that covered her walls of wisdom, tainting her rational thought, and none of them knew the color of her eyes, engulfing rich black as asphalt. Her mama named her. So excited about being here is I'm from North Carolina, so I currently live in Durham, North Carolina. Born and raised in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I have been involved for the past 5, 6, maybe almost 7 years in domestic violence and sexual assault prevention and awareness. I got involved on the campus of North Carolina State University and helped found an organization called Men Against Rape Culture. Spent some time working in sexual assault support services at Duke University, and I was educated and mentored into doing advocacy work by being around very, very amazing and powerful survivors who helped me understand the complexity of this violence. And in addition, I also came to find out that there were many people in my lives who I loved and cared for who were also survivors, that I came to find out their stories as I went along. And in particular, in talking about domestic violence, it's always been something that I want to really address, because I came from a family with the full understanding that not only was he a functioning alcoholic, but my father was an abuser. One of the reasons why my mother and my father never married, which is something I found out later in life, knowing they were high school sweethearts, cheerleader, 3-sport athlete, but never spent their life together, and I never understood why, until I finally was able to have that conversation. I love you like dust loves sunsets, with anticipation sets over my shoulder for your touch when you arrive. I love you like midnight loves moonlight, because in the darkness of your eyes I find the stars that block my happiness. I love you like gardeners love manure, because you're the only one who can put up with mine and still make this relationship grow. I love you like February loves the 14th, like forgotten slaves love Juneteenth. I love you like I love my best friend. I love you to completion like the beginning loves the end. I love you like dry hair loves split ends. When our love dries up, then splitting them up is the only way we can begin again. I love you like bedtime loves prayers, and on my knees is the only way I can give God thanks for lying next to you. Yeah. I love you like fingers love sending text messages, because the instantaneous response of your skin to my touch is why I can't help but connect with you. I love you like magnets love refrigerators, because the attraction of your will and determination is why I can't help but be next to you. I love you. I love you like my heart loves its beat, like summer days love 100-degree heat, like arrested development loved speech. Hoping you can Deion Ferris my insecurities away, and your melody of wisdom can fill in where I have nothing left to say. I love you like Kool-Aid loves sugar, sweet like the kisses you give to me. I love you like great. Time between when our eyes met and our tongues tangled to the rhythm of probably was as long as it took heaven to admit it was fractured, and a shard of his beauty fell and stuck in front of me. Reflecting my admiration, our eyes met and exchanged our fears, conversed until distance was no longer an obstacle. When I spoke to you, I didn't need to know your name. It was captured in the beating of my heart like vinyl, so I dig through the crates of my spirit to find the perfect title. Sampled and looped it, then recorded this track for you. I play it for you now, hoping you listen to the melody of how destiny rolls off my lips. I remember where I saw you. Sitting at the edge of the bar, dressed in peace, thoughts darker than the black you wore, sipping a martini. I wanted to mix hope and comfort, pour it into a moment, and let you sip that slowly. I want us to last. I wanted to say hello, but I had said that to the promise of you God laid on my heart, so I said good to see you again. You smiled, a little perplexed at my claim, asking me if I knew you. Do I know you? I know the whispers you share with midnight, praying for a time that is now. I know the tears that you've shed. Each teardrop has tattooed my soul, a fractured heart covered by the word hope, held together by probable. I've woken up mornings drenched, almost drowning in my concern for your happiness. I know your daydreams, I know your nightmares, I know the passion in your heart, I know the wonder in your eye. I know the contours of your lips and the inside of your thigh. I've kissed them in my forethought, felt them wrapped around me like tomorrow.
What time they going?
They call me Reaper. Spending my nights amongst the dead, looking at listless souls, longing for a place to call home. So from graveyard to graveyard they roam, mystified by the misguided musings of music and enchanted by elaborate elixirs, and I'm there. Whispering to ghosts who can't rest in peace, because where they rest is just a piece of the puzzle, so they haunt night spots and night watch for the rest in peace. Puzzles back together on boards covered in linen, and I'm there. And I know that what you project astrally is just an illusion of what you feel you need to be, but I'm not concerned with what I need to be, I'm concerned with what I need to be. See, it's the souls who seek the pits of fire when their bodies have grown cold, so a decimated dance floor and the brimstone bars where their stories are told, and all I have are ghost stories. Tales of zombies brought back to life at night, whose better days left with their last love, and the end of days is spent in my arms. Can you tell me how to love a zombie? When our playground is the night, we both run from the day. These two underworld misfits admit we're not content with what's between the sheets. Performing midnight autopsies to find the cause of romance and love's demise. I see his memory trapped in your eyes, and I can't stand it. They say the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he doesn't exist. I say it's a menage a trois because I feel it and I miss. I feel his breath on our necks when we kiss. But I leave him with you when I leave, with no concern that our days apart are spent in misery. They call me